I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Justice League vs. Suicide Squad issue number 1. The heroes of the League will be duking it out with Amanda Waller's Task Force X. What'll happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so as the comic opens, a shadowy figure with the amazing power of suggestion invades a secret underground prison. In fact, they call this place the most secret prison. You know, not the biggest or the best prison in the DC universe, but easily the most secret, so secret nobody's heard of it. The mystery man busts out a bunch of superpowered individuals who have been kept there, but more on that later on. From there, we transition on over to Task Force X, who is already in the midst of their newest mission. It seems that a group of fanatical cultists has stolen a powerful pulse weapon from a Star Lab science facility and now plan to use the weapon to destroy a small island in honor of their god. The squad is also taking this opportunity to try out their newest member, Killer Frost, aka Caitlin Snow. You probably know her because she's very big on television right now and was a member of the Suicide Squad in that animated movie everyone enjoys. Now, back up on the Watchtower, Batman is getting the rest of the team up to speed on everything he knows about the Suicide Squad. If you've been reading the main Batman book, you'll know he's had several uncomfortable dealings with the squad and Amanda Waller as of recently. FYI, no one bothers to question Batman why he made his own Suicide Squad just recently to invade a sovereign nation, but hey, you know what, he's Batman. As you might have guessed, all these heroes think supervillains getting time off their sentences for doing black ops missions for the government is a real miscarriage of justice, and you know, no wonder these guys keep getting back out to meddle with them time and time again. You know, I find it so funny the Justice League having a problem with the Suicide Squad now when the two organizations have existed in comics for so long now, and it's really only because of the movie did someone have the idea, hey, maybe the heroes should fight them. It gets even funnier because the writer has to manufacture a reason why the other heroes had no idea this group existed up until now, despite the fact that several of these heroes have had run-ins with the squad. The Flash basically says, oh really, when I saw them together, I thought they were just teamed up or something. I didn't know the government was involved. Either way, the Justice League backs Batman's play and they plan to deal with Amanda Waller and the squad once and for all. Now, back on the island nation, Floyd Lawton Deadshot ends up being the hero of the day by assassinating the cult's leader. Unfortunately, Floyd is unable to pull this off before the weapon is activated. It looks like the entire island is going to suck all of the Suicide Squad up, that is until the Justice League comes to make the save. I gotta say, I actually really love this image right here of Superman carrying Deadshot away from the destruction. The League gives the squad an ultimatum: cease their actions now and they will use everything in their power to help rescue these criminals from Amanda Waller and put them back into regular prison. All in all, not exactly the sweetest deal for the squad, especially when Amanda Waller says, look guys, you can either fight the League right now and win to live another day, or I can just blow up your heads right now and get full plausible deniability. And with that, our two teams finally end up clashing, and I gotta say, even though this is a really fun image right here, the battle itself is kind of one-sided. I mean, just look who's paired with who in this one. Batman versus Deadshot and Flash versus Captain Boomerang, you know, villains they deal with all the time and have beaten every time. Cyborg versus Killer Frost and Aquaman versus Killer Croc. Okay, those are a little bit more fair, but again, I give the edge to the Justice League on that one. Superman versus Enchantress. Okay, that one could go either way considering how magic does tend to mess with Superman, but a Harley versus Wonder Woman, how is that not a squash match, I tell ya? Now, as the comic winds down, we finally get to see those super criminals that were broken out of prison at the beginning of the comic. We see some, you know, real fan favorites in there like Lobo, the Zarnian space bounty hunter, Johnny Sorrow, a magic-themed villain, Dr. Polaris, who's gotten a great redesign, Emerald Empress, who, I mean, hey, every team needs a lady, right? And my personal favorite, Rustam. Why is he cool? Well, because he has a long and storied history fighting against the Suicide Squad and especially Rick Flag. But who is the man who brought all these characters together? Well, as we find out, it's none other than Maxwell Lord, who claims that he will save the world. Also, good job on getting your powers of persuasion back there, Max. You didn't have those when we last saw ya. Justice League vs. Suicide Squad #1 reminds me that there really are maybe only 3 types of comic book events. The ones that come apart because people have a really good idea for a story and want to utilize the bigger universe, the ones that are just cheap cash-ins, and then the ones that are just, kind of cool stuff that fans would like to see. This comic very much falls into that third one. It's fun, colorful, fast-paced brain candy. What I find especially interesting, though, is that this is Joshua Williams writing this one and not the writers of the main Justice League and Suicide Squad books. In fact, that might actually be for the best, considering that Squad and League are 2 books that I ended up actually dropping from DC Rebirth because I didn't think they were moving at a good enough pace. This one, however, does move at a really good pace. Overall, I would feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10, and I'm optimistic about where the event could go from here.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.